that tuk-tuk. Look at that tuk-tuk. Okay. Aaron, what do we have in the shop, bud? What is this?
This is our 2023 Kawasaki KRX4 ES. Yeah, 4ES.
What's the ES stand for?
E is for, it's got Fox Live Valve on it.
It does.
That's right, it's got
It does.
Fox Live Valve on it,
Yeah.
which means this is the high zoot, low drag model. It's retails for $29.99, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, we like for 29 grand.
Yeah, we like it for 29 grand.
Yeah.
I think that you get a lot of bang for your buck.
Ooh.
Those are special.
Ooh, we like that.
Yep, LEDs all around. That I think is part of the S or the E.
Yeah, so this is the special edition. So
That's what that is.
Launch edition. You get the KEX suspension, which is the adaptive Fox Live Valve stuff
Yep.
in Kawasaki speak. You get the fancy lights. You get the high-phonics stereo, which I wouldn't exactly call high-phonics, but hey, they did, so that works out.
I mean, as UTV stereos go, as stock UTV stereos go, the Hiphonics is everything you need. I kind of always am a little skeptical when manufacturers put Bluetooth stereos in these things from the factory, because there are how many thousand options in the aftermarket, and how many people do you see driving around on the trail with a stereo of their own choosing,
Yeah,
a Rockford Fosgate, and that's the other thing, right? Like, Polaris does a really good job with their stock stereos. They put Rockford Fosgate in everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of, you know, what a stock system, I think Polaris is probably the top of the heap at this point. But it is nice to see that Kawasaki is at least getting in that direction, because for a long time, Kawasaki had a really solid machine with really lackluster infotainment. So, you know, hey.
But, you know, all that aside, I mean, that's nitpicky stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, not all of you are going to go out and buy a special edition model.
Yeah.
I would say 90% of the people who buy these are probably going to go for the stripper, whether it's for budget.
This is a family show, Aaron? This is a family show?
They're going to go for the exotic dancer model, and you know, either add things to it because they want to put their own custom touches on it, or just don't have the budget for a big stereo. So,
Yeah, I mean,
everything that is sort of inherent to the machine is really high quality. This one's dirty, you'll have to excuse us, but I mean, the seats rival those that are in the Yamaha RMAX 2 1000. That is a rig that you hear us mention all the time, and there's a good reason for that. The fit and finish in that rig is almost without parallel and stuff that we have driven, and this KRX is right up on top of it as far as quality goes.
well, in the back seat's nice because you get semi-stadium seating, which means that people in the back can actually see over the shoulders of the folks in front, which is great.
And this grab bar doubles as a harness bar. That's a really cool factory touch. And yeah,
I mean, look at the legroom.
Right.
Yes. How tall are you, Aaron?
I'm 5'11", 190, and I've got more than enough room for my head and my knees and my feet. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big dude, but I certainly find myself cramped in a lot of UTVs.
Yeah.
There are some on our lot I could point to, and this thing, like, yeah, acres of space. I'd be, to use a cliche, I'd be all day comfortable back here.
Yeah.
It might get a little hot because the engine is right there.
Well, we'll find that out. I mean, I will say that I'm pleasantly surprised with the KRX in general. You know, a lot of people tend to overlook this one and sort of lump it into the same category as like the Talon, which is to say 100-ish horsepower, and that's about it. The suspension on this thing is excellent. It's so good. It's so nimble, and it's not just the live valve. Like the actual setup and architecture of the suspension is head and shoulders above a lot of competition.
At your fingertips, suspension control.
Yeah, and like you get these really cool, nifty, big toggles. It's a family show, Aaron. Come on now. All the switchgear feels good. You know, it's big, meaty stuff. This is how you control your little infotainment screen over here, which is different than a lot of companies. Polaris and Can-Am give you little up and downs on the steering wheel. I actually don't mind it down here, because how often are you ripping down a trail mashing button that? No, that doesn't happen very often.
No, I think that's well, and they're just like you click a button and you get like a positive click, which has a tangible, well not tangible, but a visual result on the screen. It feels like you're doing something. There's no guessing. Did I hit the button all the way? Is that why it didn't work? You know when you hit the button.
Enhance.
You got your fancy suspension controls.
Oh, that's a winch. Yeah. So,
Yeah, pretty nice. And you know, as I was saying, fit and finish on the interior is great. The paint looks awesome. Like, this is a really handsome color, and it's just a well turned out machine. Which, when you pay 30 grand for something, you want it to look excellent.
yeah, you,
And wheels, that's not something that you get everywhere. Yeah, it comes with these 32-inch Moto Ravage tires, which we've used before on our own Can-Am. We had them on a Honda Talon. We had them on something else. Oh, we had them on our Can-Am Defender, our utility rig around the shop. They are excellent tires. 32 inches is a great size.
yeah, right out of the box. You know, a lot of companies, man. I mean, pick another manufacturer, and you wind up with 28s out the door, and that's kind of a joke. Those are amateur numbers.
Yeah, real small.
Yeah, so these are good enough, especially for out where we live, where we're doing a lot of rock climbing stuff and a bunch of big steps. 32s are kind of a base level entry, get you in and having fun without having to spend a buttload of money.
Not too much, not too little.
Yeah, right out the gate.
And yeah, again, $30,000 you get live valve, and even if you don't go for the live valve, like these are probably not part number the same shocks as you get on a Can-Am Maverick, but they're the same shocks as you get on a Can-Am Maverick. So
Good.
yeah, it's a really good, solid setup. Can't wait to. I've never actually driven a KRX.
Oh,
I'm the
dude,
one
dude.
of us who has not yet had any time behind the wheel, and to hear you guys talk, I am stoked to get this thing out to wind drive.
Yeah, so
because-
Gage got to drive one around a monster truck course.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
a
A
punk.
specially curated course for each one of the shock settings. It
That,
was,
that must have been terrible for you.
yeah, it was
How did
horrible.
You, how did you
Yeah,
survive?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I get to whip it around Utah out in the sand, out at Sand Hollow, which was a bunch of fun. So I will be interested to see how it does on the East Coast. We had a two-seater briefly for an afternoon out running Trail 16 up at Windrock, and it was a lot of fun. But the long boy, she's longer, so we'll.
I
see
like
how it
the
goes.
Doesn't feel like it though.
Generally, I like
Yeah.
the extra wheelbase. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll
Yeah, so we'll have this thing for about a month. We'll put it through its paces, and we'll keep you guys up to date on what all we're doing. Cool.
Cool.
Give us an outro.
give us an outro. Okay, you can find us every day of the week at utvdriver.com. We got news, reviews, other nonsense. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere else you get your social media. So like, subscribe, check us out.
Woo! See you guys.
Wow.